Want to bring in Delaware Democratic Congresswoman and U.S. Senate candidate Lisa Blunt Rochester. She is also a Harris campaign co-chair. Congresswoman, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
First and foremost, I'd like to get your response to what unfolded, and also, do you know, as a member of Congress, when and if you might be briefed on this?
Well, first of all, I will start off by saying that we are glad that the former president is safe. We are grateful again to law enforcement for their response. And, it just points to the fact that there is really no place in our country for this political kind of violence. And I think President Biden said it well. This is an opportunity for us as members of Congress. We go back into session tomorrow for the next 2 weeks. And while we have a lot on our plate, making sure that we are safe is one of the priorities. And so, to me, it just points to just a challenging time. I mean, I was thinking back over just the time that I've been engaged in representing even my state. Even before that, we had Gabby Giffords and the situation that happened with her constituents at a shopping center. Since I've been in Congress, Steve Scalise, Republican from Louisiana, again, attempted, actually, he was actually shot as well. And then we look at, Paul Pelosi. These kinds of actions there's no place for this in our politics. How we settle these things is at the ballot box. You put out your positions, where you stand on things, people vote. That's how we participate. And so we in Congress are looking at ways to make sure that we deal with these things. But I think all of us, in terms of all of us creating an environment and making sure that the temperature is lowered is very, very important. I'm glad that, as Vice President Harris, even in her most recent speech at the DNC, talked about turning the page on these kinds of activities and being a president for Democrats, Republicans, independents, for everyone. It's time that we turn the page and that we really get back to sort of the theme of my campaign, which is Bright Hope, the name of the church my grandmother attended for 70 years in Philly. We need some more bright hope.
Congresswoman, I appreciate that, but I do want to ask you about some of what we're continuing to hear in terms of that. During former President Trump's debate with Harris, he claimed it was Democrats' rhetoric that led to this. I want to play some of that.
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy.
The former president repeated claims during an interview with Fox Today and on Truth Social. You think both sides, everyone needs to make sure the temperature is down?
I think for the entire country, when you have conversations with people, it's part of the environment is sometimes very heavy. And I think what Vice President Harris has done is be very clear that what this election is about two different visions for the country. It's not about personalities. It's not about people's family members. This is really about the American people and their families and what the vision is for this country. And so we all need to keep it at that level. That's what the vice president has really tried to make clear, that people have choices to make in this election about whether it's Project 2025, a direction you want to go, or whether it's reproductive freedom is a direction that you want to go. That's what this election is about. Okay. It is about the issues. It is about the families. And it's important for all of us, not just as leaders, but as citizens in this country, to think about our neighbor, how we talk to our neighbor, our family members, what happens around the table at Thanksgiving. All of us are in this together, and we got to keep the main thing, and that's all of us to thrive.
Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester, thank you for your time.
Thank you.